Welcome to this special episode of C12. I'm joined by Richard Byrne and Angela Maiers of various bits of fame. We're here today actually to talk about a joint effort that the three of us are undertaking. I'm really excited about it, and I wanted Richard and Angela to talk about it a bit as well. Just a bit of background. We are going to be teaching a class on WizIQ, a course on WizIQ, called So You Want to Be a Leader. And with that somewhat cryptic title to start with, I'm going to turn it over to you guys to talk a little bit about the vision for this and what we hope teachers can get out of this.
Great.
Rich, you want to take it, or you want me to take it?
I'll start in with the back of a limo story, which is where all good stories start, by the way.
That or in the bathroom, and it's a good thing it's the back of the limo for you and I. So
yeah. Much better start to the story. So the course came about from a conversation that Angela and I had in the back of a limousine on the way to the airport in Washington, D.C. Back in early March, we were both at an event at Discovery headquarters, and we were both kind of talking about how we get lots of requests for people trying to find out how do we do it? How do we make money through our various web properties? I get a lot of questions about how to make money through blogging. Angela gets a lot of questions about how do you make money through speaking engagements. And we kind of talked about some of the mistakes that both of us have made along the way, and some of the things we've done right along the way. And we kind of said, hey, why don't we turn this into a class? People might like to know this information. And for me, it's a little bit of a diversion from what I normally do, where I normally give away everything for free online. And so I was a little bit apprehensive at first, but I got over it. The paradigm shift of actually asking people for money for my expertise in an online format as opposed to an in-person format. So that's where the idea came from. It started in the back of a limousine. And Angela, do you want to fill in some details on what I've said?
I think that it's something that both Richard and I have been taking simultaneous paths for different audiences and different reasons. But I think there's not been, with the web and the opportunities on the web for educators, for leaders, for really any human being, there's no a book, there's no manual that says this is how you do it. And you make a lot of mistakes, and from those mistakes you learn a lot. And so we thought there's a lot of people out there like us, or a lot of people that didn't think that this would be an opportunity for them. And I think it's a really important conversation to be having with one another, especially coming from an education background. As Richard said, asking for money for serving learners is a really hard thing that I'm still working on after being a consultant, an independent consultant for 15 years. It still is the most stressful part of my job, is to put a value on what you give when you've devoted your life to serving and helping others. And so I think it's a really important conversation, not just for the people taking the course, but for our community as a whole.
Well, I think that brings up a great point. I think educators invariably undervalue themselves, and it's a societal issue in many ways. But I think there are real opportunities for educators who have devoted so much time and effort to becoming subject matter experts, to becoming real leaders in their field, to being able to take that to the next level and become leaders in a more general sense, and whether that's leading in terms of advocacy for policy, leading in terms of writing and working for change, leading in terms of even leading a new sort of entrepreneurial approach to education, and whether it's a personal effort or an effort in their schools. There's a lot to cover here, and we have four classes that as part of this single course that we're teaching. So it's the 8 p.m. Eastern time the last 4 Thursdays of this month. So the 10th, the 17th, the 24th, and the 31st. And I've got to tell you, I think we're going to be really working to get all of this into those 4 sort of jam-packed sessions.
Yeah. And that's the challenge, because as we started creating and writing the course, we're like, we need to add this and we need to add this, and we're like, okay, we're going to step back and really just take the basics, and we see this as a series of courses, because it is complex, and the game is changing, and the environment's changing every day for the better. And what was possible when we first started this wasn't things that we were thinking about. So I'm really, really excited about it.
Yeah, and I'd like to add in just on from my own personal background on coming into this. I started my blog 5 years ago without any idea that you could actually make any money at it. And talk about a shift in the landscape in the last 5 years. There's a lot of blogs that have popped up, and clearly that's their mission, is to make money right away. And I came from it from, hey, people are reading my stuff, and this is cool. They're reading my stuff. And then along the way, I learned, okay, there are things I can do to improve my position financially in life. When I started my blog, I made less than $28,000 a year for my teaching salary. And that was only 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So I needed to make a little bit of money, and fortunately, through the good graces of whatever you want to believe in, people start reading.
And the hard work that you put in, what people don't realize is how much work it is to create valuable online content. I've been with Richard on multiple occasions. We're exhausted. We've traveled halfway across the country, and he's like, I got to go back to my hotel, and I got to write 5 blog posts. I'm like, you're joking. And he's like, no, I got to really, I got to write 5 blog posts. And he means it. Like, I've never seen somebody work so hard on providing valuable content for the community. It puts me to shame, when I look at my blog, which is why I don't make money off my blog, because I can't do that. I can barely keep up with my life. But it's important to know the kind of time that you do deserve to get compensated for the work that you create if it is of value to the community, and that money isn't a bad thing. It's really hard to ask for, but it's something that you deserve. It's something that you should be thinking about.
That's funny.
Go ahead, Chris.
I was just say, I started writing for ZDNet when I switched out of private industry and became a teacher, and all of a sudden I needed to be able to afford to teach, which is a sad proposition. It shouldn't be something where you need to supplement your income to be able to teach, but such was the case, and so I think many of us kind of came to the same conclusion. You need to there are ways of making this work and adding value while you're at it, and hopefully we can do the same thing with this course. And despite charging a little bit for it, I think I do hope there is enough value for people who are able to take what we're throwing out there and turn it around and do something, whether they're blogging or writing or talking or whatever they might be doing. I hope this is more than just a standard professional development course and is really a business beginning or a new beginning course for a lot of people.
And I think one of the things that Angela and I and you just hit on it too, Chris, is there's multiple approaches to that, to being a leader and to being known in your niche or your segment of the market, and how do you turn that into a little bit of money in your pocket? There's a lot of approaches to that. Angela is very successful, and she doesn't blog obsessively like I do. I blog obsessively, and and write thousands of blog posts every year. So there's different approaches to it, and hopefully we'll be able to help you flesh out what approach works for you in your situation.
Absolutely. Yeah. And go ahead, Angela.
What both of you said, we not struggled over the title, but I think we really carefully selected the title of this course because what you said in the beginning, Chris, you are leaders in your community. You have impact, and it's your responsibility to own that impact, to what I call own your genius. I mean, every single day teachers are contributing something of value to kids, and now we have a chance to contribute it to a broader community of learners. And the web is really a giant, unlimited community of learners. And there are people out there who benefit from the work that we're doing every single day with no recognition, if you will. And so this isn't just about, the word consultant has so many perceptions around it, but I think being a leader is really different. If you choose to lead by consulting or guiding an industry or an organization, or if you choose to lead by blogging, or if you choose to lead by creating curriculum or by creating video or whatever it is a course on leadership. It's not a course on, making money overnight. It's not one of those, like you just sign up for this in 1999 and you can make, money overnight. It's not that. It's about leadership.
Absolutely, in all its many forms. I couldn't possibly sum it up better than that, Angela. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you taking some time to help me and help us introduce this. The course page will be posted over on EduQuest, and we'll also be posting this recording in a few spots. We'll make sure that it's obvious where you can go. But you can also just very simply go to soyouwannabealeader.com and find us that way and find this course, and the link back out to the WizIQ page where you can actually register for the course, just pay online and be signed up and ready to go on May 10th.
And Chris, it's funny, since Richard's blog post came out, I retweeted it this morning because he's on top of it writing a blog post already.
Of course he is, yeah.
Got 7 Facebook messages. Can we sign up now? Can we sign up now? So you can sign up now?
You can sign up now. The course is public on WizIQ. Richard, the link is up on the landing page, right?
It is. There's a big red button that says register now, and click there, and it will take you to register. And we also have the whole course outline. All the bullet points of the course are listed on soyouwannabealeader.com as well.
Excellent. All right. So hopefully we will see a whole bunch of you next Thursday night, and looking forward to continuing this conversation.
Great. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Bye.